When thinking about a winter getaway, it's usually warm. Are we crazy to go to Finland in January?
Welcome to Helsinki.
Well, we've come here on purpose, so yeah, we might be crazy.
Let's go.
But it's the draw of the Arctic winter, the northern lights, and the adventure that made us want to escape the warmth.
You still with me?
If you're new here, we're Ruth and Martin, and we're on a journey to explore and experience as much of what this beautiful planet, our home, so graciously offers up. And in this two-part series, we step into the snow globe that is Finland in January. And we start our discovery in the White City, Helsinki.
It's actually not too bad.
No, it's not.
Not as cold as I thought it was going to be.
All right, let's go to the hotel.
Yep. That was really easy. We got train tickets to go into the city, $4.40 each. Super easy, fast, and the train is coming right now.
Helsinki is the second most northern capital city after Reykjavik. And in January, it gets dark around 4:30 p.m. So after checking into our hotel, we wanted to get out and start exploring before the jet lag really set in.
So we're here on the last night of the Lux Festival, and they've got 12 different installations around the city, all different lighting themes. The one that we were just in, the green one, is all about bringing summer back into the city in the middle of winter.
Something so simple as just green light, kind of foggy, misty, so it gives a really cool effect with the lights. It's really pretty.
Yeah. And so now we're walking to another one to go check that one out.
This one's really cool. You can walk through it. There's lights, there's music.
Even if the Lux Festival wasn't happening, wandering around the city and seeing the buildings all lit up was a beautiful first introduction to Helsinki, and the perfect way to end our long travel day. Today was all about a deeper dive into Helsinki.
Ready to jump in?
Not quite yet, no. You really got to watch your step here. There's either big giant puddles of slush or ice.
Because of the influence of two neighboring countries, all the signage here is in Finnish, Swedish, and Russian.
That was a lot of stairs. Let's go in. Perfect time because it's actually starting to rain.
Like a lot of Helsinki, this cathedral was designed by Carl Engel, and it follows the same pattern. There's not a lot of design, not a lot of ornateness to it, but it's really, really pretty. And inside, it's even more simple. Just a couple statues, not a lot of decoration. It's a place that's very calm and serene. And I can imagine in a church service with the pipe organ going, which is I think the largest pipe organ in Scandinavia, probably would be amazing to go see. These are pretty big snowflakes.
I like the snow much better than the rain.
All right, shall we keep walking?
Looks a lot different here during the day than at nighttime. This is my kind of store, a normal store.
It's like the finished version of a dollar store. They're not quite a dollar for a lot of the items. but relatively cheap comparative to the prices we're seeing around town here. It's a pretty expensive city, especially when it comes to eating. Food here is expensive. That's probably every woman's worst nightmare, is to have all these mirrors around them.
Don't know if it's a good thing, but it's actually kind of cool. It's fun.
Built in the 1860s, Helsinki's main train station is a great example of Art Nouveau architecture, and it's one of the most beautiful train stations in the world. But before you think it's taken too seriously, the Finns have not been afraid to use the lantern bearers in marketing campaigns.
Ran into some aliens. Did not fall, coming up.
So, believe it or not, right below me is a church. And its dome is right there. Trying to get down without falling on my butt. You gotta be so careful or you're gonna end up on your butt.
You look like a robot.
I know, I'm like bracing myself to fall.
It's always inspiring when you can see creative uses of natural resources. Helsinki's Templiakio Church, or the Rock Church, may be no finer example.
So it's really amazing how all of the natural light comes in these thin little windows. Even though it's pretty gray and gloomy out, there's still surprisingly a lot of natural light that comes in.
So what's really cool about this church is that they actually built it into the rock. They had a competition, and the design went to an architect who utilized the existing rock that was here and built this church underground.
One of the most unique features of this church, obviously, is the rock, but all of the snow and water and runoff will come down through the rocks, trickle down, and they have all of these special drains at the bottom to catch all the water.
A short Uber away is another gem, the Sibelius Monument. Consisting of over 600 steel pipes unevenly grouped together, it forms a sound wave to honor Finnish composer Jean Sibelius.
I love all of the design and pattern. They're supposed to represent making different sounds.
I see a cafe right over there. Should we go get some hot chocolate? We have a cinnamon bun, some hot chocolate, and we're in a cozy cabin.
Yep, it's awesome.
Yum.
You gotta try that. Even with the sugar on top, it's not sickly sweet. It's really light. The dough is really soft and it's warm. This whole cabin is really homey and comfortable, and it's full of unique features. And they got like this picture that's in the corner. To make it fit, they split it so it wraps around the corner. Perfect on a cold winter's day. It would have been nice to sit out here and have the hot chocolate, but it was a lot cozier in that cabin. Really pretty out here. Even when it's frozen over and trees are barren, we got birds flying, it's a beautiful stretch of ice. And it's just quiet, just nice and quiet here.
Very calm and peaceful.
It was getting late and time for lunch.
So I feel like we have to get the salmon soup, but there are really a lot of things that look delicious on this menu.
All right, so we both went for salmon soup, and it looks delicious. And you get some rye bread with it. And free coffee with the entrees.
So it looks creamy, but not heavy. Let's taste. Really nice.
Is it very fishy?
It tastes real fishy. Get some of the salmon. So the broth is really light. It's not like a chowder. It's not heavy or thick. Really light, but super flavorful.
You've got big chunks of potato, big chunks of salmon, which looks and tastes fresh. Parsley, cinnamon,
Dill.
dill. You got dill, big chunks of fish, and big chunks of potato. Cold day, it's perfect. So that was hearty, but not heavy. And that's what's so good about it. Really enjoyed the salmon too.
Though it was hard to choose, we ordered a slice of the best blueberry pie we've ever had before heading back out as it was starting to get dark.
So I didn't think people were crazy enough to get in the water here in Finland in the middle of winter, but people are jumping in the water here. They're coming out of the sauna, steaming hot, jump in the water, get ice cold, and then go back in the sauna again. We may need to try that tomorrow.
Overlooking Helsinki is the largest Orthodox church in Western Europe.
Compared to what we saw all day today in terms of the architecture here, this feels kind of out of place, but actually makes a lot of sense because up until 1917, I think, when the Russian Revolution happened and the czars fell, this was all controlled by Russia. So it would make sense to have a Russian Orthodox church here.
So there's limited daylight here. The sun rises about 9:15 in the morning, goes down about 4 in the afternoon. So not much time. If you want to get out and see stuff during the daylight, you have to get out early.
We took a quick stroll through the market hall, which has been here selling food and drink since 1889. But there was somewhere else calling our names.
So if you've watched any of our previous videos, you know we like beer, and we always try and find a local brew place when we travel. We found one here in the heart of Helsinki, Helsinki Brewery, which I'm assuming means Helsinki Brewery. We've got a couple beers. I got an IPA. Ruth's got a Hefeweizen, and cheers. Cheers. So, what do we think of Helsinki so far?
It would have been easy to stay cozy in bed, but seeing the snowfall brought a sense of calm and joy that we could only find outside.
It's really nice to be out and about today. We are headed towards the Botanical Garden for a little outing, and it's just fun to be out in the snow. We don't get this at home. There it is.
So today we were supposed to go to Suomenlinna Island, and instead, as you can tell, it is snowing and quite blustery and windy and all that. And I think we're gonna go do that tomorrow, and it's supposed to be really nice tomorrow. But we thought we'd get out and go check out the park, and it's been so beautiful walking through the park, seeing the snow on the trees, seeing kids playing with sleds, sledding down hills, got frozen lakes. People are still biking. We're not used to this. We're used to the warm temperatures. So glad we've come out just to check out the city. go for a good cup of coffee right now. Botanical Garden is divided into different rooms, and each room has a different area of the world based on climate. So right now we're in the South African room, but there is the savanna, Northern Africa or Central Africa. There is tropical, there is desert. The plants here are beautiful, and even though it's snowing and 3 degrees outside, it is 75 in this room at the very least, but warm and nice everywhere else. Humid in here.
Very humid.
Now this feels like home.
So many of the plants in here are plants that we would just have at home. From the outside, it doesn't look that big, but when you're in here and you're going in all the rooms, it's really deceptively big.
When you walk in, you have different scents. So in here, we're in the Mediterranean room, we can smell the jasmine, we can smell the lavender.
So that was definitely worth a 12-euro admission. It was great to get out of the snow for a few, see a bunch of really pretty flowers and plants.
Yeah, especially because it's snowing, our plans changed today, so we had to change up what we were going to go do. As we were walking through the park, we saw this building and was like, oh, what is that? It's a botanical garden. So we thought we'd check it out. Certainly worthwhile.
So we opted for the coffee route for now. We'll have a beer later. I don't know what Martin got, this pastry, but it looks really good. Chocolate, peanuts.
The coffee brownie.
Very good.
And this one is a Finnish celebratory cake, but she wasn't sure what it celebrates, so it just looked good. It's got raspberry, so Ruth will eat it. Oh, so it's pretty thick, pretty dense. And it's cake with a little bit of raspberry and icing on top. Oh. Poppy seed. Actually, I like it a lot.
I'm going to take a side bite here of the inside. It is not poppy seed. It's actually probably like marzipan. It's really good.
I don't know my poppy seed from my marzipan,
No.
apparently.
It is good, minus the raspberry on top.
For dinner, we went back to Cafe Engel and had another Finnish speciality, meatballs with mash and lingonberry. And of course, more of that blueberry pie. You don't realize how much you miss the sun until you spend a few days under gray, dreary skies.
It's beautiful out, sun's shining, but it's super cold today.
At its strategic location at the mouth of Helsinki's harbor, Suomenlinna fortress was built by the Swedes in 1748 to protect from Russia, a battle it ended up losing. It is now known as the Castle of Finland and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
While this was a fortress, it still is a place where people live, and there's a whole residential community that live here. Besides being a strategic importance, it's a community.
So this is a church, but at the top of the church on the one side, they put in a lighthouse beacon.
We decided to skip the guided tour and just wander the island at our own pace, starting with the military stores, barracks, and the walls.
Little beautiful areas you can just walk around and find a quiet spot.
Standing at the bastion, you can understand why Sweden, Russia, and of course Finland valued this piece of rock.
You can see Helsinki right over there.
We made a quick stop at the original entry gate, the King's Gate, before heading back to the ferry.
So after this cold adventure, I think we need someplace warm to go. Okay, so after that blustery morning out on the island, we've decided to come to a typical Finnish tradition, which is sauna. So we're gonna maybe we'll jump in the cold water,
Maybe.
but
I don't know.
I don't
if
know.
will.
It's hard for me to say that I will or will not. It just looks so darn cold.
2 hours later.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is stupid. This is stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Unbelievably cold.
Falling through.
Are we crazy for wanting to stay here?
I don't think we're crazy.